Well, we know what you want to now know, because it's been something you've been asking us since last week when House Bill 93 passed the Senate and was then sent to the governor's office. We got a message from Andy. We got another message from Ken. What's the phone count score to Governor Little in House Bill 93? We got a message from, you can see PJ Smith and Nampa. Several of these questions being sent to us. Patty. And also we got one from, you can see RJ in Twin Falls. Basically, hoping you to report on the results of the governor phone survey. They all boil down to that one question. How many people called the governor to tell him what they thought of the bill, and what did they tell him? Well, many of you referred to it as a poll or a survey, as if the governor or his office was soliciting your phone calls and emails. They weren't, but you're more than welcome to call. You can do that anytime. And apparently thousands of you did. We wanted to know how many and what they were saying. So we sent the first request for that information on the 20th of February. We sent a second one this week. And when we asked about the possibility of getting those numbers today, since, well, the bill had been signed, we were told, quote, our office still has thousands of emails and voicemails to go through. We want to provide a complete picture of public input on the bill, and we'll need more time to compile those numbers. We'll be sure to get you those numbers as soon as they are available. By law, they do have 10 days to fulfill any public records request, so we are within that, so we'll still have some time. What we did get, though, just like every other media outlet out there, was this snappy 3-paragraph statement from the governor that virtually says nothing to explain why he would sign a bill that, well, met 0 out of 4 of his criteria. It did mention his pet launch program, how much the state has directed toward education since he's been governor, and how education will always be a priority. That's listed in here. Now, the usual way to handle this would be to just kind of put this up on the screen and just read pieces of it to you. But we're not going to do that, because this doesn't answer any of our and likely your questions. And the governor has denied our request today to answer them. Yes, he did make himself available to the media this week, but per policy, he refused to commit to what he would do or would be doing with House Bill 93, nor would he answer why. The reason is what we've been told all session, every session. Quote, Governor Little does not comment on pending legislation. Yet now that it is no longer pending and it is now signed into law, we and you are expected to be satisfied with a 3-paragraph nothing letter like it was handed down from on high. The problem is, with this, we don't get to do our job, which is to ask questions. And as part of the job, as an elected official, to answer questions, even those you may not like, or those you may not be able to answer sufficiently. That's okay. All that is avoided, though, with the issuing of statements. And this isn't the first time either. Governor Little did this last year with the library bill, the year before with the abortion trafficking bill. I don't believe Idaho or this country is a true democracy, is what he told us this week, where you just make decisions based on the number of people who show up. But Governor Little, many of your constituents would like it if you would show up and explain a few things.